we're moving into a standing quad stretch. Picking one leg to start, either grabbing the ankle or the foot, whatever you're more comfortable with, and guiding your heel back towards your butt. We're going to hold here for 45 seconds. I want you to focus on having your knee facing down and your legs relatively close together versus having it off to the side. From there, I want you to focus on your pelvis, tucking under and driving and pulling that leg back. So from your pelvis being tucked, it should want to kick the leg out in front, and you're going to resist against that and pull back. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. And we're holding for 45 seconds. Again, knee facing down, legs relatively close together, pelvis is tucking, leg is being drawn back. All right, time is up. Come back to center. We're moving into an upper body rotation with a pull. So you're going to grab a little bit wider, bringing it right in behind your shoulders. From here, chest is tall, feet about shoulder width apart, slight tuck of the pelvis to make sure that low back is neutral. And then from here, we're going to rotate to the side using the front hand to press into the shoulder to really open up into the back shoulder, come back to center, and repeat on the other side. We will alternate for 45 seconds. So your feet are staying planted, facing forward. You want to have most of that rotation coming from the back, but your hips are allowed and they can do a slight rotation as well. So we're getting into the spine and again, those shoulders, especially the one that's facing back as you press that pull to increase your range of motion. All right, and time's up. Coming back to center. We're moving into an adductor drop. You're gonna lie on your back. Feet are planted, but taking a wider stance. Upper body stays relaxed. From here, keeping that leg in the same position, you're gonna alternate, dropping one leg in and then bringing it back out. We're alternating our sides for 45 seconds. So when you're dropping the leg in, I want you to focus on actually trying to press it down towards the floor. So we're just working on our hip mobility. All right, time is up. Come back to center. We're moving into figure four. Lying on your mat, you're gonna bring one ankle to the opposite knee. Reaching through, either grabbing in behind the thigh or on top of the shin, whatever you prefer. Relaxing your upper body back, flex the toes to the shin of that top leg, and focus on taking the knee and pressing it away from you. We're gonna hold here for 45 seconds. So we're focusing on stretching out the glute of that top leg. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. And we're holding for 45 seconds. All right, time's up. Come back up to center. We're moving into a butterfly stretch. Seated on your mat, you're gonna bring the soles of your feet together. Find the spot that feels comfortable for you, so try to let those knees relax out to the sides. You can have your hands in front or in behind, whatever feels best for you. And we're gonna hold here for 45 seconds. So you wanna focus on having a nice tall torso. And again, we're letting those knees just relax out to the sides. So we're opening up into the inner thighs and the groin. All right, time is up. Coming right back to center. We're moving into a lower twist. Coming onto your back. From here, you're gonna extend one leg straight out and bring the other knee in towards the chest. You're gonna grab with the opposite hand, drawing it across the body, letting the hips rotate and roll over while trying to keep both shoulders on the ground. You can extend the opposite arm, look over the shoulder, and we're gonna hold for 45 seconds. So we're feeling a big stretch into that low back from drawing the hips over, and you might be feeling that top leg glute as well. All right, come back to center and switch to the other side, drawing it across, trying to keep both shoulders planted as best you can, looking over the opposite shoulder, and we're holding for 45 seconds. All right, and time's up. So go ahead and release and come back to center. We're moving into Pigeon Pose. Coming onto your mat, starting in a high plank position. From here, you're gonna draw one leg in, laying it down onto the mat, and extending the back leg out. We're gonna stay on our hands to start and hold for 45 seconds. So just focus on letting your weight sit straight down into it, feeling a stretch in the front leg glute and a little bit into the back leg hip flexor. If you'd like to increase the stretch, you can drop onto your forearms or even bring your forehead right down onto the mat, or you can stay right up on your hands, whatever feels best and works best for you. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. And we're holding for 45 seconds. All right, time's up. Go ahead and release and come back to center. Next, we're gonna roll out the hamstrings. So you'll need your foam roller. In a seated position, you're gonna place it just below your bum, having the other foot flat and hands in behind for support. From here, we're gonna roll up and down, stopping just below the bum and just above the knee, repeating for 45 seconds. All right, and time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. And repeating for 45 seconds. All right, time is up. Release the roller and come back to center. We're moving into child's pose, coming onto your mat with your knees wide and then big toes touching each other. Walking your hands forward, reaching your hips back, letting your head and chest settle down towards the mat. We're gonna hold for 45 seconds. So we're just focusing on stretching out into the chest. You might feel the lats along the sides of your ribs, underneath your armpits. You might feel the groin, and we're also opening up in the hips. All right, time's up. From here, come back up to center. That wraps up today's routine. We'll see you next time.